What's up, guys? Turkey Chan. Today I'm doing a comparison of two of my absolutely favorite fragrances and two of my absolutely positively favorite Chanel fragrances in my collection, guys. These are two Chanel fragrances that I think I will buy over and over again. When the bottle runs out, I'll get it. When the moisturizer and the deodorant comes back in stock online, I'll get it. The scent DNA in both of these scents are just absolutely timeless, absolutely compliment heavy, and really put me in a fantastic mood, really put me in my zone, in my element when I spray them on. And we're talking about Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum and Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, guys. So let's do a quick comparison. Maybe you're in the market for some new fragrances and you're deciding between these two from Chanel and you just don't know which one you should get. So right off the bat, in terms of price, both of these are 3.4 fluid ounces, 100 ml bottles, and they're going to cost you $128 on the Chanel site. It's going to be hard to get discounts with Chanel, so try to go to department stores where they have seasonal sales where they knock off 5% to 10%. That would be a fantastic time to pick up some Chanel fragrances, but I didn't mind paying full price for these fragrances. They're high quality, well blended, performance is average, sometimes above average, and it's just the overall vibe of the fragrance is top notch, and I expect nothing less from Chanel. So in terms of designers, these are two of my highly recommended and highly used fragrances in my collection. So in terms of price, they're gonna cost the same. Now let's get into the scent profile breakdown. I think that's where both of these scents kind of go off in two different directions. So in terms of notes, Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme is an aromatic vanilla-y tonka bean, a little bit spicy scent. It has the mandarin orange in the opening. It has that very smooth and refreshing mint note. Now, for some reason, in this batch code, let's see if it could focus. For some reason, this 4801 batch code, I'm not getting a whole lot of pepper in this particular batch code. I think this is my second bottle of Allure Homme Sport in this year, or from 2020 to 2021. This is my second bottle. The bottle that I had in 2020, it was a lot more peppery, and that batch code was dated back to 2017. Whereas this batch code, I think, is either 2019 or 2020. So, just to let y'all know, the newer batches, in my experience, have less of that aggressive, in-your-face pepper note. And I kind of like that. It's smoother, it's more refreshing, and you can notice the tonka bean a lot more. Whereas the previous version, it had a very aggressive pepper note, and it kind of overshadowed the top notes and the tonka bean a bit. So I'm kind of glad they toned it down, because by toning it down, they made the orange and the mint notes pop a lot more and the tonka bean pop a lot more, and it just makes it a whole lot smoother, and I absolutely love that. Now if we move on to Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, man, this one is amber, citrus, and woods. That's the main gist of this fragrance, guys. You're gonna get that fantastic, iconic, delicious, attention-grabbing grapefruit note opening, but then you're gonna have this smooth, delicious, seductive, sexy, mysterious amber incense combination that wraps around this grapefruit, and it creates such a evocative, such a alluring, such a it's creamy, it's smooth, it's very very sensual, guys. So it's absolutely breathtaking when I spray this one on. It just has this ambroxan smoothness about it that's not overly aggressive like something like a Sauvage by Dior. So it's very very enjoyable, very smooth. This batch, let's see if I could get it to show. So this batch is 5401. Now this batch I haven't had the performance issues, so I still get 2 hours of projection, 5 to 6 hours of longevity, sometimes 7. Again, depending on whether I'm spraying on clothes or my skin, so it's still absolutely fantastic. So that's the scent breakdown for these two. Bleu de Chanel again goes towards that amber citrus woods vibe, whereas Allure Homme Sport goes more towards that minty, vanilla-y, orangey citrus type of vibe. So it's a bit more youthful, I would say, and it's a bit more playful, it's a bit more casual. And Bleu de Chanel de Parfum goes a bit more of a dressed up, classy kind of vibe, but it's still very smooth. It can be casual, but it's more on the dressed up formal side, more on the date night side, more on the special event kind of side, whereas Allure Homme Sport is more of the casual, everyday spritz and go kind of scent. But I have seen people talk about this as a date night scent, a fantastic one at that. So again, this one's a Swiss Army knife, whereas Bleu de Chanel can be a Swiss Army knife, but to me, when I smell this scent, it's a bit more classy and it's a bit more reserved for those fancy night outs and for those special events. In my preference, I would not use this as a daily driver scent. It's just, it adds way too much class for my everyday life. So I feel like I have to, put on like actual clothes when I have this scent on. I can't just wear sweats when I put on Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, whereas Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, I could throw on some sweatpants, some shorts, and spray this on, and it just works. But I could also dress this up in a white button down and spray this on, and it works as well. Whereas Bleu de Chanel, again, I don't see myself wearing casual wear while wearing this. It's a bit more of a button-ups, chinos kind of vibe, so it's a bit more dressed up. So that's where these two scents deviate in terms of vibes. Bleu de Chanel is a bit more classy, where Allure Homme Sport is a bit more casual. And then there's this gray area where they both intersect, and you can use them as a all year, all season type of fragrance. Both of these can be. But for me, I would use Allure Homme Sport as more of that all season, all year, day night type of fragrance, where Bleu de Chanel is more geared towards the cooler days in the nighttime. You could wear it throughout the day, but it just has that warm seductiveness where it just makes you feel very relaxed and seductive. So I reserve it for the night because of that. Now, in terms of age ranges, Allure Homme Sport is the interesting one. This one transcends the age barrier, guys. Because of that smooth mintiness, it can go college students, it can go towards the working crowd and up. Whereas Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, I think, hits a bit more in the mid 25s and up range. It's a bit more classy scent. It's a bit more of a mature scent because of that sweet, delective. Delective, is that even a word? That sweet, delicate amber incense combination with the grapefruit. It just classes it up a bit more and elevates it more towards a mature kind of vibe. So if you're in the market, you want a more casual scent, Allure Homme Sport. If you want a bit more of a classy scent, Bleu de Chanel. Both of these fragrances, fantastic all season, all weather, day or night type of fragrance. So you can't go wrong with either or if you're buying one fragrance for the entire year. Now, in terms of performance, man, I love it. People say the performance of Eau Extreme has gone down. I can't really speak to that. It's doing well for me, guys. 2 to 3 hours of fantastic projection, man, I spray this and people can smell it in the next room, guys. Maybe it's just this batch, but I've been getting some really, really good performance out of this bad boy. Really, really good performance. 2 to 3 hours. Some people say you get 1 hour. I could definitely see that if you spray it on your skin. But man, when you spray Allure Homme Sport, the projection is monstrous, guys. It is absolutely monstrous. German Fragrance says you get an hour. I believe that. On clothes, you could push it to 2 to 3 hours, no doubt. And then it lasts for about 6 to 7 hours. Pretty decent. 1 feet scent bubble. Whereas Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, again, fantastic. 2-hour projection. Smoothness, man. Absolute smooth citrus deliciousness. And then again, it could last you a full work day. I just sprayed this on today for work and it lasted me the entire work day. And as I'm recording this video, I got whiffs of it here and there. So again, terms of projections, solid 2 to 3 hours. But this guy reaches out a bit more than Bleu de Chanel. But in terms of longevity, they're about the same, average, a little bit above average. Pushing that 6 to 7 hour range, 7 hours pushing it. 6 is guaranteed. So it's kind of average. You're not going to get that crazy 10-hour longevity, but both of these fragrances will linger on your clothes after that 7-hour mark. For Allure Homme Sport, I still get whiffs of it when I have my clothes in the laundry bin in my room in the basket, and I walk by the basket. I still get whiffs of this more than I get whiffs of that. So maybe Eau Extreme's a bit more longer lasting. But in the end, again, it's up to your preference, it's up to your vibes, and it's up to your age range. If you're a more mature person, 25 and up, and you want a more classy fragrance for the fall, for the winter, for the cooler weather, go Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. But if you're a younger guy or a working class guy who's just started and you just want a simple fragrance to get the job done all year, all season, Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme is the one. But guys, either or, you can't go wrong. Bleu de Chanel for the class, Allure Homme Extreme for the good times, the casualness. So that's all I have, guys. Thank you. Stay safe. Stay happy. Ciao.